Hi, it's Tracy Makarenko, and it's April 29th, 2017. And I'm here to do an angel card reading for the month of May. My card readings have been a little bit sporadic, so even though I say this is for the month of May, take away from the reading whatever works for you, because this is just guidance for everyone. And even if this is 6 months down the road from now, this reading, if you pick it out of all my YouTube readings, there's probably some pertinent information for you because everything runs in cycles. So what you hear from this reading today might not be the same thing you hear from this reading in 6 months or 3 years from now. So I'm working with Sylvia Browne's My Spiritual Reading cards. There we go. I haven't used these ones in a while. They don't come with a book at all. There's information written on them. But as we've discussed before, when you're going to start reading cards intuitively, you don't take all the information that's been given on a card verbally. It's important to look at the card and see what stands out for you. And the thing that stands out for you is typically what you should be paying attention to, or what's offering up the answer to you around a question you might have. I'm just going with the natural energies for the next month. And I'll pick 3 cards, or they'll pick themselves. Okay, so the first card says, like the characters in the movie Pay It Forward, do 3 good deeds every day. It's contagious and makes you feel good. And you can see in this card the darker part. There we go. Oh, I'm having a hard time holding this today. You'll see the darker part over here. The energy feels heavier to it, or when you look at where they're giving away the flower, you'll feel the energy is much lighter. Now you might say that has to do with the fact that the green is a darker color, and so it does feel heavier. The yellow is a lighter color, and it feels lighter. The flower feels lighter. But if you tap into it energetically, and that's a lot of what I teach in my workshops and in my coaching, is to start feeling things. And we all have different senses, and one of them is feeling. But I think all of us get that response in our gut or our mind or somewhere in our body when we start paying attention to what's going on in the body. And so, the other part of this card is doing what feels right. So, yeah, I plan to go to the gym to do yoga or weights or the treadmill, the elliptical. I typically have it on my schedule for every day. But I don't go every day, because every day in the morning I will ask myself what my body needs. And I really pay attention to that. I don't push through doing an activity, and that's any activity, although, I've talked about this before, you can't kind of skip work even though you have work. Some days you need to, for sure. But it's about getting used to what your body wants. And in coaching, maybe if your body's resisting going to work every single day, then we look at maybe a different job for you, or a different career, or something else that can be a better trade-off for the job you have, and balance it with something after hours where your body gets excited about what it's doing, your brain gets excited about what it's doing. And so part of this card for me in the next month is really paying attention to those visceral feelings you have, when your gut clenches up and you shouldn't go somewhere, the butterflies get you excited about doing something. really start paying attention to what your body is telling you. So the next card is avoid people who negate who you truly are at your core. And again, a lot of this is connected to what we're talking about right now. That gut instinct, you can see how she's feeling something. She doesn't really like what she's feeling. She doesn't feel good about it. Or you might be seeing her getting excited about something. It's like, oh, I can't wait for that to happen. Just take a look at that picture and what do you get from it? What emotions do you need to pull or pay attention to more in your body? For me, it's a little bit of apprehension, but excitement I see in this card when I look at it. And maybe for you, what it is about paying attention to those people that are giving you that feeling in your gut that you really don't want to be around. You know, it's hard for you to pick up the phone and call them back. Or it's hard to keep a coffee date or a dinner date with them, or something else is going on. You know, pay attention to what is right for you and what isn't right for you. And a lot of the drama in our life can be dispersed by just even paying attention to what our body wants to do. Because when our body's happy, we actually are happy. And I know that sounds a little backwards because typically we look to be happy and then we feel good. But what if it's the other way around? What if we feel good and that's why we're happy? So just maybe play with that over the next month and see how that works for you. So the last card says, find your place of happiness and peace and don't let anyone pull you out of it. And that is so perfect as a last card here, because that's really what I want you to do. Is I want you to really be guided by how your body feels and what your body wants to do. What makes you feel good? What makes you feel bad? What makes you feel sad? What makes you feel mad? What makes you feel jealous? You know, what sings to your soul? Just pay attention to some of the outer aspects of your life and how they're affecting those inner aspects in your life. And when you start doing that, it's just the most fascinating thing. It's like we become that third party, and I've talked about it before, you know, where we're looking at our life from somewhere else, and we get a better idea of the choices we make and how they're affecting our life on a larger scale. So, really exciting stuff. And I do hope that you take the opportunity to spend some time with yourself and really get to know yourself on another level, and start paying attention to what makes you feel good. I've started planning for more workshops this fall and doing some group coaching. And I can't tell you how excited I am. Like it's singing to my soul to be able to do more of this work that I absolutely love. And that's what I want you to find for yourself. What is that thing that, you know, just gets you excited? Is it volunteering somewhere, or spending time with your kids or your husband, or going for a walk with your dog? Is it starting a new project? You know, maybe you don't like seeing a project all the way through, but you're really good at starting it. Or maybe you like someone else to start things and you're really good at finishing them off. You know, find out where your strengths are, what gives you enjoyment, and see where it takes you. It can take you to all sorts of fascinating places. So I wish you well for the month of May, and I will talk to you again soon.